This is a portable recording device. Actually, just one wire. I picked on it till the braiding came loose. A contact mic.
Your mangled brain would like you to know there is a boxer called Contact Mike. No idea.
Yeah, I record stuff with it. Sure. The mic? I don't exactly know. Somehow, same place I got the recorder from, the Elysium. Oh man, you haven't been to the Elysium? It's the coolest place in this whole... It's a music club and a synthesizer workshop on Boogie Street in Jamrock. Musicians... Oh yeah, guess you wouldn't know Van Eyck. Or really be a Elysium going kind of person. I don't know what that means either. That's cool. Sure. Okay. Recording, I guess. I think I'm recording cracks in the ice, but there's no way to tell. Not without headphones. I think I just recorded your footsteps too. My boyfriend sold them. I don't know, man. Things.
A lie. They were probably pawned off for something suspicious.
The musicians in the Elysium used them for making music. Anyway, I thought I'd make some. I don't really know what I'm doing. They use synthesizers.
The sharp drop in endorphins is almost visible.
Take this, you're cold.
No, man, fuck that, I'm cool. I'm sorry I said...
It's okay.
Thanks. That? The boys think it could be a place, like the Elysium or something. Stupid.
And who are these boys?
Yeah, Andre and the guys, they're inside.
And why is that?
They got too much stuff crammed in there. Music stuff mostly. Like this tape recorder, but bigger. And there's piles of it. That stuff is more expensive than I am.
It's probably amphetamine. It makes you feel...
I got my recordings to do. I feel better outside. Go ahead. It's supposed to become like a club for anodic, except that... Yeah.
The floorboards are twisted. They will never, not in a million years.
I know. It's not my idea. Andre and the boys found the place. Hey, don't get me wrong, but you're cops, right? Okay, well, maybe you could talk to Andre and the guys, because there are some strange things going on in that church. They're inside that thing there. Would be cool if you did. With, you know, anodic, cathodic, music that's made with electronic instruments. Synthesizers and tape consoles. Microcomputers too. No. Not really.
She's trying to get out of a direct lie with semantic tricks. She personally didn't put the padlock on the door.
Yeah, you know, that's what I meant. Noid did. Noid put the padlock on the door. Yeah, I guess you could say, to keep more weirdos from getting in. Fucking Martinez. I'm sorry. It's got the worst weirdos. If you get around to it, ask Andre about him, he'll tell ya. Go ahead. Okay, bye.
A pane of Eternite, barely holding it up. It could fall over.
It looks like a makeshift bridge. Could be convenient.
The pane falls into the icy snow with a soft thunk. The tent is just tarpaulin fabric covering a pile of stuff. The flap is open. Inside.
Come on, get in and close the flap behind you. The warm's... Sorry, we barely have room for...
You go. I'm sure you will feel right at home. I'll keep...
You see a youngish man bleaching.
Hello, I'm Andre. It's a pleasure to meet you.
His grip is
This is my posse. Noid. And Egghead. Together with a settled burger.
The young man with earrings looks at you suspiciously.
We have many in the pipeline.
That means they haven't.
You see, we've been all over Jamrock North, prospecting for real estate.
Oh, that's all fantastic.
Yeah, thank you, Egghead. And while there is no shortage of raw, unfettered talent spinning...
Places are shit.
I apologise for my friend Noid's potty mouth. I realise this is not how you speak to a police officer. He has authority issues. Ah, so you've met her? Yeah, it's a matter of occupied ecclesiastical property. I bet you've noticed the derelict hive. I'm talking about the church. And I'm not exaggerating. Even
Dope heads. Burnouts.
Well, I'm sad to say, that's exactly what happened. Sad,
Strikes that.
and sadder yet, because...
He leans back a little, watching you with a steady, serious gaze. Good. This calls for an opinion. You're an expert in those.
Yes. And the worst part is, they're also spooky. I was hoping you would be the judge of that, officer. All I can say is, their spookiness is the kind that keeps us...
Also, they don't eat. People just want to spin tapes without them spooking it up. Places
Thank you, Egg. So you're gonna look into it, right? It should be a police matter. Getting... All right, man. I did ask Noid to install a measure against more drifters wandering in. It's a...
I had to do it in an hurry. Not my best work, but it should hold for a while.
Of course. Not...
All right.
You sense the trajectory of the little piece of ka-ching. The key hits your palm. The speed freaks nod to you approvingly. The speed freak nods to you.
Not long. Like a week, maybe? I'm super sure they're alive.
Somewhere in the ruinous past that led you here, there was something called exams. You may have learned.
Yes, I do. I listen to Channel 8 all the time. I know about crime stuff, and I assure you, officer, this is not what's happening here. I'm at least 80% sure they're alive. I mean, come on. Most... I don't know.
Oh, yeah.
You're right. It is nonsense. Total garbage.
He nods attentively.
Sure, man. Tell us what you want to know. Truth is, I don't really know. None of us do. I don't even know how many there are. All we've seen are glimpses. Yes, there's also, when I first scouted the place, back in February, it was abandoned, empty. Took some time getting the crew together. So about...
One of them has wires running into bowls of water. Wires into water. Andre.
Oh, and it felt like there was some...
No.
Which other one?
Felt like silence.
Not exactly. We've just seen someone who we think is a woman go in and out of the church. A couple of times. And we felt someone, or something, eyeing us inside. But that's kinda it. Like, you aren't alone.
It wasn't quite...
Not human.
It was this dark shape climbing up. Yeah, you know, the way
It was stalking a cell.
Odd. Crabs are usually marine creatures and not known for climbing walls.
Yeah, totally. I mean...
So he hasn't even been in there lately.
You should ask her about it. But
There probably is no crab man. Don't let them draw you in with this knot.
You should talk to Noid about that. I just got a distinct burnout and dopehead sign from them. probably jacked up. Well, honestly, I can't...
This is a below feeble attempt at avoidance. Basically, he is attempting to weaponize idiocy.
Hey now, I'm 70%. Don't let all that technology fool you. Where do you think the drugs come from? Sure. What? Oh yeah, that's a meteor name for...
If you don't know what the founding party is, there might be a way to mask it with minor demagoguery.
You know, of Meteo. Concerning Meteo, a country on Muindi.
One of the poorest of the first world nations today, but once a great ancient civilization.
Come to think of it, I've never really looked them up, you know. I can't give you a precise definition, but they're a very powerful religious organ, and they have roots in ancient mass society. And they're the custodians of the Pericarnassian Church. Plus, they anoint the innocents. They, like, made the... Totally.
The Pericarnassian Church is about love. I know that love is
Unity.
Unity!
make some noise for my
You feel it, the anodes and the cathodes coursing through you. Your big toe starts tapping along to the base, as if testing the waters. Feels good.
Your pussy's like your people, man.
And where is your posse, detective? Nothing comes to you.
Are we?
Yeah! Oh yeah!
He's coming around. You're getting it. That's pretty downbeat. I think I speak for all of us when I say we expected the law to be more open to the idea of love, unity, and the Pericarnassian posse. Yeah.
The one with the large head is...
Yes. What? Yeah. Good to have, bitch to carry. When I first scouted the place, I did some reconnaissance. I'm not sure the church even has... Oh, it's the one they sell at the fuel station.
It's like he's lying to you, my liege. But he's slippery enough that there's nothing for you to grab hold of.
It does, doesn't it?
Told you we have a smell problem.
Ether? I don't...
No.
He sniffs the air. It doesn't take a forensic scientist. Unlike the girl outside, however, the boy's breathing is regular. Their jaws stay put, at least not under the influence of stimulants. That doesn't rule out her.
The what now? Oh,
He's like an actor.
I have a major sinus infection. Stuffy nose. We all do. Yes, that's all no...
Nosifed is the shit.
Yes. What? The engine starting fluid? It's for starting engines.
What's with the goddamn Romangarod earrings?
Keep on it, sire.
I guess it does.
You're not completely satisfied yet.
No, I didn't.
Did you know ethyl ether is used as a light anesthetic and a solvent and an explosive? He nods enthusiastically, no doubt a little relieved. A number of things don't. How about gather around, kids? The young speed freak puts down the one with the large. Their would-be leader is less amused.
What things? I have no idea how you arrived at that conclusion, but it's wrong. Look,
One speaker. They have one speaker.
make up your mind. First it's the sweat, then it's the ether.
And of all cellular-based life, what's your point, Lawbringer? He said it was for his nose.
Likely pseudoephedrine. Almost exactly the shape of ephedrine.
What do you know about spinning tape? Nothing. I'm sorry, but there is no lab equipment and no drug ingredient. What do you mean, friend? It's a one-speaker system. It's monodynamic.
This may be the brain damage talking, but you've definitely never heard of mono.
No shit.
We don't need drugs to be hard.
Shut the fuck up, Egg.
Climb down from the equestrian monument, cop man.
Cop, we know she has a problem, man. We're working on it. She didn't exactly have a smooth adolescence. What exactly is it you know? That's... Come on, that's... It's not. What do you mean, do? What do you mean by lenient? Okay, man, okay. Things are just so hard for an entrepreneur in this city right now. It's not like we lied when we said we want to turn a church into the wicked...
Because we do!
We just need to turn it into a speed lab.
To get our foot in the door.
Like I told you, spooky arseholes moved in while I was getting all this stuff together. A month ago, the place was... No, man. They're spooky, all right. It's just that they would also probably call the police.
But the sign was way off, too!
Sir, you promised you'd be lenient. We can continue on an amiable path, right? No more misunderstandings, no more lies. As always, we'll be right here.
A young man with
Hardcore! Hardcore! Hardcore is a mega, internally coherent.
All car! All right! Yeah!
Gotta get the people going.
Yeah, Rick.
Could there have been a right way out of this garden of forking paths? The young man.
This is hardcore. It's hardcore! Skibbity, skibber danger. Back to the hardcore! Hardcore! Yeah!
This young man adds a capital. Or maybe it's not got volume. Maybe it...
You know about him?
You know Van Eyck? Good.
The Advent? Vikla, true, hard, full, hardcore, yeah!
This young man. Or maybe it's not...
The Y to the... Yeah!
He missed one A.
I'm the hard rhymer. Vikla, true, hard, hardcore, yeah!
This young man adds... Or maybe it's not...
The Y... Yeah!
He missed one A.
It's nice to be important. Vic, true, hard, hardcore, yeah!
This young man adds... Or maybe it's...
You know about?
You know Van Eyck? Wow.
The skinny ring.
Oh.
AK to the Advent? Vikla, true, hard, hardcore, yeah!
This young man. Or maybe it's not...
You know?
You know Van Eyck? Oh.
The Advent? Vic, true, hardcore, hardcore is a mega. Here comes the night. Vikla, true, hardcore, hardcore is internally coherent. Good morning, yeah. 1, 2, 3. Yeko kata, the place to be. It's the message. Vikla, true, hardcore is internally coherent. Good morning, yeah. Yeko kata is a hard.
Yeko kata is an abbreviation from the Gradian, an intricate system.
Vic, true, hardcore is internally
All car, all right!
Gotta get the people going. I'm the party boy. It's my job. Hardcore party.
There is a place far.
Vic, true, hardcore internally
All car!
Gotta get the people going. I'm the party boy. 2 on a track. Vic, true, hardcore is internally coherent.
All car!
Gotta get the people.
Yeah.
Vic, true. Hardcore, internally. All core.
He furrows his brow.
Hardcore.
Is it though? But is it? I mean, really?
I am the Mike Enforcer. Vic, true. Hard, internally. All core.
He furrows.
Hard.
The question is, what is the question? But there was
Vic, true. Hardcore is all core.
He furrows his.
the question, but there was
Vic, true. Hardcore, internally coherent. All
He furrows.
Is it though?
one mind. Vic, true. Hard, all
He furrows.
Is it though? But is it? I mean, really? No, but seriously, I'm a bit worried it isn't.
The skin on your. There is a horse. Don't be alarmed. Everything is okay. He isn't actually worried. Everything is still super hardcore. What he probably means is, it could be even more so.
No nation, but transnation. No war, but class war.
So, it's not this one.
Yeah!
Unless you were thinking Revershaw imperative right now. Yes,
The world you are in its arms.
he's not a communist. It's just so.
Yeah! Yeah! There's nothing. Sometimes I just feel. Isn't something. It's like. I think.
If anything, it sounds a bit pro.
We can all hear it's not hyper hardcore. If figures of authority keep telling us things are hyper, when
The young man smiled.
The
RCM. That's the.
accord hardcore.
Basically, yes, it is.
Lungs are for love. When Dolores Day was.
Why wouldn't they be?
I think so. Highly gaily. All right.
So yeah, to talk. It's good you talked to Andre first. Gave me time to get. Yeah, gotta compare. See if I suck at socialising, man. Even now, a sticker.
Interesting. He wants you to describe it, though he already knows what it is.
So I can hear you do it. Some.
Noid,
Don't piss off, Andre.
you shouldn't talk like that.
Right, noted. Sorry. Anyway, what was it like? Good, good. What did you want to know? Yes, you're the 23rd person to get it right, and I've asked 23 people. Looks like it's a dead guy smiling to the entire human race. We're all the same. Same he defeated history. We all live the present moment, or maybe he's not dead. Simplicity was brought to, well, hardcore, the sticker, the clothes, the music, not alone. Many people have thought, well, I guess one could write an it. Nah. You heard me. Weird stuff. Specialised. There was wires going into water. Gives off a spy sign. Also,
The People's Republic of Samara is a product of Revachell's sister revolution on
nothing's wrong with it. You should definitely be. Most of it doesn't exist. Psionic powers. The hardcore aesthetic is esoteric.
Yes? Yes. I don't know what to say. Perhaps, I'm really not sure, but either way, good on you. You were saying?
So you talked to my associates, right? Are you going to help us? With the church, I mean. Shoot. Oh, that.
She's less prone to blurt it out, crab man, than the others.
Okay. I went in and I saw a woman next. She was dressed like someone who's been raised by their grandmother, you know, strange old clothes. And then, you know, right behind her, a man crawled down the wall. Upside, he stopped right before he got to the floor, then just hung there like that.
Like a crab, you say?
It was too dark.
Come on, she obviously could. She already went into detail.
He looked like a banger, okay? He was all muscular and stuff.
A crab and a
Yes, a banger, as in a mess gang member. I know what it sounds like, but that's what I saw. I don't blame you. I mean, I wouldn't believe me either. I'm surprised Noid did. My associates, I haven't got much to say about them. Of course I do. I just don't tell people about my friends and...
To the cops.
Me? I'm a silver bird.
A silver bird. Feels
Don't know what makes you think it'll be any different later, but... I did, and I'm sorry.
This is why I didn't go into the tent.
You don't get to choose your posse, they choose you. Mine are idiots, but they're mine. I tried to talk Andre out of it.
Indeed. She merely tried to omit the truth instead.
I know, but I knew you'd see through their plan too. I'm not an idiot. I should have been able to control. May I ask? What did you tell them? Oh, right. That's wise. Take your time. My associates? I haven't got much to say about them. Sorry.
To the cops.
Don't know what makes you think it'll be any different later, but... My associate, of course...
To the cops.
Don't know what makes you think it'll be...
Heavy wooden doors. The lock turns easy. Feels like electric.
Let's go.
A great whoosh of air rushes in the heart of... In white, silver, and apricot faience, the young mother. This is, cradled in her arms, are a pair of glowing lungs. clearly visible from underneath her front. Your knees touch the floor. The floorboards are hard and cold. There you kneel among the snowdrifts, diffuse light falling on your hands from beyond the glass. The woman looks down at you kneeling. She acknowledges the passing of someone who is still alive. As that soft word passes through your mind, your fingertips touch your chest 4 times. Then you rise from your knees into the apricot-colored light of the window. Above you, the woman.
The old woman in the village was right. This must be the DeLorean Church of Humanity in Martinez. It's a minor landmark, not easy to find. Most maps misplace it. It was built
on the coast of an uninhabited archipelago where only animals had roamed.
There used to be 7 stave churches on the coast. We should be respectful here, although the building appears to be deserted. I do not believe we...
Respectful? Is the lieutenant a follower of DeLorean?
Yes, we all are. Her name, body, and rule are synonymous with humanism.
The woman looks by in silence, smiling enigmatically.
It's not spiritual, it's constitutional. The DeLorean system does not...
Despite the damage you've done to yourself, the title appears logical. No amount of Commodore Red can wipe her sad smile from your brain thing. It has survived the deluge and haunts you still. The highest category of historic individual. More. An innocence is elected to office. An innocence is infallible. The decisions... No, we are alone. 300 years ago, in the wake of the discovery, many things, you know she was a woman. Terribly, women of the court were expected to play both contract bridge and she made the most of her position in the anti-DeLorean. She was an almost preternaturally magnet. It was on her advice that Irene Le Navigateur sponsored a number of... She was crowned 2 years after the first expedition returned. Wow, indeed. When her innocence was declared, bystanders reported gold. That is why the lungs are the symbol of love for the cultures of the Riel Belt. As did we all. In a city called Advent, she was dressed in a white and pearl dress. Oh yes, she looked like midwinter snow was beating. One of the men in this secret service killed her. 22, something that had walked in our midst, watching us stumble. Dolores Day was shot in the chest with a fowling piece 8 times. This inhuman quality was witnessed by many. Terrifying is a term too emotionally charged for your semantic memory. Or, although she's often considered to be the greatest human, she was the most socially secluded. The Mesk state tried to suggesting those who fight against it. She adored chess, yes, but also military war games. Little is known of her Marchese husband. This subtle terror...
Officer, you've stood there for over 5 minutes. What are you thinking of, if I may ask? That she is. A great sacred piece. In this church, I mean. The coast in general. We shouldn't linger.
The shards glimmer in the dark. You see little pearls of light on the edges of... silence in this part of the church. Maybe if you were to stand in just the right spot, even your footsteps would be complete. And then it's gone. It seems the sound here is detached from its source. You can hardly hear your own breathing. Your voice is barely audible. You produce a few muffled thumps. The lieutenant points to.
Can you hear anything? I wonder why the church...
Maybe the church was designed this way to prevent boisterous activity, singing and dancing, on its premises. He doesn't seem entirely convinced, though. The orderly rows of ceiling panels become barely visible, then disappear completely in the darkness of the tower. It's like there's something moving up there. A shadow has emerged from the tower and it's making its way toward you through all the other shadows. Yes, the darkness makes the ceiling feel infinitely far away. It's not a shadow anymore.
Officer, is there something up there?
Oh no, you've lost sight. You see something hanging from the rafters, looking straight. Maybe it's possible to... The shadow is a man, the crab man. The man leaned forward a little, fixing you.
Habitual alcohol use has made you into a scared little pussy, Holmes. But don't worry.
That accent is Villalobos, a peninsula in Mesk and a district in Jam.
Here you can receive the mother's love.
This man is obviously a habitual narcotics user.
Hey, and what was that about, the bottle again? You haven't even drank that much lately.
Oh yeah, sure. You don't know anything about alcohol use. You got it all under control, Way. I could smell the control all the way over here. I know it's hard to admit that you got a problem.
You know, actually, since we're here, you may want to pay attention to what the ceiling climber is saying.
Don't trust me. Trust the mother. This is the church of the mother of sight.
You have no idea what the fuck he's... Whatever it is, he's quite... 'Tis not an act, my liege. Save him perchance, he hath deceived his very self.
Never known myself to be a crab. But if that's the name you got for me, I won't stop you from using it. I always thought of myself more like a flame.
That's not the only technique he's working on. Look at those carved sculptures. And is that a satchel of tools over there?
Sure am. Whittling wood. Now I use those same hands in service of something greater than my own restlessness. It's all just for the mother, man. No need to I was in a gang, Way. But my memories of that time are fading. Most of them are already gone. Convenience has got nothing.
Do you remember your name?
Tiago's my name. But those syllables don't mean much to me these days. Your place amongst your fellas. Your place in the world. I ain't got no use for such a place anymore. Don't worry, man. You got a place. Right here. This is a special place. I circled it. nurtured by the silence bestowed by the mother. One of these days, I'll be pure enough to go drink from it direct. No. There's a new god in town. And she is a cavity in the dark beyond sense. She saved me. I will be incinerated, but not destroyed. Finally, I won with...
That sounds a bit like substitution behavior, no? You know a thing or two about that.
It's not like that at all, man.
Too gleeful, those words. He is lying. Not to you, to his very own self.
I heard that before, Wei. And I know I can't convince you on the spot. She took you for a good spin, huh? The mother will eat all of you and never spit you out. I know it will take time. Don't sweat it. I'm a seraph, Holmes. I sing the mother's glory. I ain't from no Marietti, if that's...
Marietti is a mesque style of music, and he lost his cool there for a moment. Seems you hit some nerve.
Hard to say. I think I did some construction work here, back when I still had material worries. Up there, I realized what the true purpose... Been spending a lot of time here ever since. The past is nothing to me now, Wei. It didn't belong to me. I think they were. A long time ago.
They look pretty dapper, actually. The sinewy figure lingers on the wooden beams.
Police raid a while back.
Did you witness it?
Not really. Or at least I don't remember much of it anymore.
It looks like he truly doesn't remember. There's a vagueness to his sense of time.
The ones in the tent outside? Right? I see them. Guessing they're the ones who call me a crab. Probably scared of me. Nah, man. They look pretty funny. And I don't harm no one anymore. Anyway, why not? They wouldn't bother me none. Might even be nice to have some company. Other spooker? Oh, esa...
The Aita is Grandma?
No. I just call her viejita because of her clothes. She's actually quite young. Or maybe not that young. That's what I said, Holmes. Don't really follow her comings and goings. Just see her typing on her computer now and then. I'm afraid not, Essay.
Or search through her radio computer. Wow, so someone's been a little boring. Yes, my standard liege. Someone's seen all sorts of wild ideas pop off and thought, I'll take the boring one. Of course you do. Maybe some regulations and a usual pistol to go with them. It's official. My lord's coppo type is regular cop. Yes, the type of cop you are, sire. Think of it as a caste, a class even, a nation of regular law officials that you belong to. It comes, of course, with the usual. Done and done. No. Hey, her Innocence Dolores Day liked little figurines, right? Liked holding little men between her fingers. You have the headless Falcon Rider figurine. You should... Don't be so pessimistic. Love doesn't die that easily. So very, very, very nifty. Nifty... A machine stands in the corner.
Another radio computer. And this time it's already turned on. We should leave. I doubt this place bears any connection to the case. It's also quite similar to the one we have down on this...
The one you saw earlier was the Ream Civic. This is the Ream. The Ream Prefect is the governmental version of the commonly used. You see fluorescent play and print. The lieutenant says nothing. You see that behind the hatch, sits a cube, another filament memory. The speaker comes to life. Step.
Good afternoon, Fortress Accident on Saint-Brune. This is the East Insulindian Rapid Station.
It's the same old woman you spoke with through the radio computer in the doomed commercial area.
Good, thank you. Please repeat. Is this the personal log? I have 2 machines registered to this company name in
Saint-Brune. That's the church.
Anything else I can help you with? Good. Please.
Let's look around. There's no use. Maybe he knows something.
Received. Fortress Accident. Is there anything else I can do for you today? Goodbye.
The machine's keyboard is still nothing happens. The mother of humanism stands above you, a precious and complex wax painting on a single pane of glass. Nothing, just the edge of the crack spot. Why? That does seem to be a problem. Maybe you meant something else? I don't know. What are we thinking of? The mother of humanism towers above you.
Oh, hey, Way. There's coffee.
Coffee in the back. Something familiar.
Too many times, essay.
Surveys are a good way to fish for personal information, especially in the name of public safety.
Don't sweat it, vato. The password is. What you think of that? Makes me almost pity La Nilita. Look, man. I'm at liberty to talk about the sacred blaze of the Mother's glory. I think we're done here, essay.
That was, However, I'm still not sure.
The machine's keyboard. The speak.
Good afternoon. Good. Please repeat the password. Good. I have unlocked the filament. After ending the call, Fortress Accident, is there anything else I can do for you today? Goodbye.
The machine's keyboard. The printer prints out a long text document with date. The first entry made arrived at the church. The door was boarded up, so I used the crowbar to get inside. The lieutenant leans closer.
4th of February. That's over a month ago. Whoever set up those machines has been here for quite a... Our case? No, I don't think so. It must be some local...
6th of February, 51. See? Even one of the... See? Ridden with narcotics. 7th of February, 51. Finally, got the electricity in. Nick.
Why would anyone need any of this equipment here?
8th of February, 51. Bought the end, but at least the artists have their act together. I just have to find out what caused that data loss and be done with it. Still don't understand how it managed to wipe out the backup.
Seems like something to do with something about the backup date. I think these people worked in the radio computer games business.
12th of February, 51.
The strike. We are nearing the date of the murder. Keep reading. I'm interested now. I want to...
25th of February, 51. I've been sending data up to Lintel for...
Is she talking about?
28th of February, 51. Yes, the first recordings.
The Pillar of Silence. She is talking about the silence. Is she suggesting it's more than just an architectural quirk?
The lieutenant doesn't answer. He follows your gaze, studying the March 51. Some kind of young. Fortunately, the song is so monotonous. I was that disco man must be a cell.
The girl on the ice? Sounds like her.
March 51. I got a call from the repeater station. Someone has tried to access the radio computer in our old office in Martinez. Can't do anything about it. The storekeeper still doesn't want to let me inside the building. Thinks I'm part of some kind of curse.
I knew it wasn't a good idea to meddle with the machine.
No. It was a great idea. You're learning things. March 51, a new 2-meter. Interrupted by the strange woman makes straight for the radio computer.
Breaking into my radio computer, I see.
I do apologize for the intrusion, madame. We are with the RCM, you see.
Well, you won't find any music venue organizers here. It's just me and my computer, and it has been this way for weeks. Now please give me some room. I need 2 seconds.
We should talk to her after she has rebooted the machine.
What is it? No, you just printed out my personal log and wasted some paper. Yes. Or no, not anymore. That project is... I am Soona Luukkanen-Kilde, the former lead programmer of Fortress Accident and RSA radios. If you're not here to hire me, I don't really know how...
Did she say over 16 years of it? That still doesn't answer what she's doing in an abandoned church.
Nope. Yes. No, you're right. I'm not. I brought them here. These are my machines. Please don't touch anything. I'm working.
The machine seems almost alien with its pulsing core.
Could you just... Shh. For a moment. I use the AR-1 as my RAIN prefix. Mm-hmm. Yes? You really don't know anything about radio computers, do you? All right. Well, all radio computers perform operations up on air. So in order to gain more process... I guess it is. So far I've been quite satisfied, but it's not the cheapest one on the market. Anyway, you should do some research before you decide to buy anything. So you do know something about computers. You're right. Prefect is used No, I don't. Because I needed something good for my investigation. Besides, owning a RAIN prefect...
No, actually, it is kind of a big deal. You don't see RAIN prefects in every police department, for example.
I know a friend of a friend who used to freelance for the coalition. A prefect is mainly based on the same technology as RAIN Civic. So it's kind of a ripoff. But they are connected to my RAIN prefect. Whatever you do...
Short and terse. There you have it. What?
Great. You really like those questions, don't you? I'm conducting scientific research here. I'm looking for the location of a 2mm hole in the...
Wait. She's looking for a disruption in the radio. The lieutenant raises his brows, but doesn't say anything.
Yes, that's what led me here. But I suspect it might be something a bit more complex. Exactly. What does it mean? Up to now, what do you think it is? What qualities does nothing have?
Easy. You measure it by the world around it.
I don't know. Are we? That's what I'm trying to figure out here. But how do I figure it out? Exactly. Very true. That's what I've been able...
Hydrotransducers. So that's what...
But honestly, it's not progressing very well. Somewhere underneath those roof beams, I assume.
Only a faint crisscross of...
There's this place at the back of the church. A place where all audible...
The Pillar of Silence?
Maybe. But it's oddly close to the physical... I know. No, I don't. Because it's just trial and error. Trying to... And I don't have a... You know what? It would be really helpful if you could just stop talking and let me work. Great. Thanks. The swallow, you mean? Great. Thanks. What?
I bet she hasn't even heard it.
Yeah, like all the time. My tent neighbor, maybe I'd have to be on drugs to get it, but to a sober mind it just sounds like uninspired. This is about those speed freaks in the tent, isn't it? I've got some news for you. It's not a nightclub. Take a guess, why don't you? Bingo!
Ah, wonderful. Now this house of worship is also going to be a drug lab. Always something fascinating happening in tents.
So that's settled. Great. No nightclubs in the church then.